SNAP is the first place many people turn when they struggle, this food stamp program. In a time when almost 15% of households in America have trouble keeping food on the table, SNAP helps 47 million Americans buy their groceries. In Illinois, more than 2 million people, about 1 in 7 of our residents, rely on food stamp benefits. In my lifetime, we have seen many companies that are selling food across America now finding that they're selling a large part to those who are coming in with food stamps. After working at a grocery store all day, imagine you have to turn to your SNAP benefits to buy the groceries you need to take home to feed your family. Or after working at a grocery store all day, you go to your local food bank. I've visited quite a few of those, Mr. President. I'm sure you have too. What's amazing when you go into a food bank is the people that are in there. They're not the folks you might expect. Some of them are elderly people on Social Security barely getting by. They need that food bank twice a month sometimes, just to have enough food on the table to live for another month. There are also a lot of people who work for a living in those food banks. I remember going to Central Illinois and visiting one of those food bank warehouses. I saw a well-dressed young lady there who I thought was on the staff, and I learned later she was a single mom with 2 kids. She had a part-time job. It didn't pay very well. She qualified for food stamps. She wanted, and also went to the food bank with some frequency. And she wanted to come and thank me, because the food stamp program now allowed her to use her food stamp benefits at farmers markets so she could take her kids out to buy fresh fruits and vegetables at that time of year. For her, it was a great side trip that the kids would meet the farmers and learn a little bit more about life here. And she thought getting them the food was secondary to that experience, but she wanted to come and thank me. The Farm Bill Conference needs to reach an agreement which will not penalize the poorest people in America, not penalize the children, the veterans, the elderly, and disabled who count on food stamps. One of the biggest challenges we face is to make sure that our workers all across America have a minimum wage that they can get by on, have food stamps if necessary, but also have access to health insurance. That's where the Affordable Care Act comes in. 1.8 million Illinoisans have no health insurance. They're going to have their first chance, many of them, to be covered with health insurance because of the Affordable Care Act. According to the Congressional Budget Office, 12 million people in America are going to be eligible for Medicaid. 23 million will, for the first time, buy private health insurance. And they won't be discriminated against because someone in the family has a pre-existing condition. They won't be caught in a situation where there are limits on the amount of coverage these policies offer. They're going to have opportunities for preventive care and regular wellness checkups. And for many of them, it's going to be the first time in their lives they've ever had this luxury and peace of mind. We have to protect these programs. We have to do more. More and more working families make it clear that the federal minimum wage needs to be increased. Since 1967, it's gone up $1.40 to $7.25. This may seem like significant progress, but when adjusted to current dollars, the value of the minimum wage has actually declined over that period by 12%. Had the minimum wage kept up with inflation, it would be $10.74 today, not $7.25. If the minimum wage increased to $10.10, which I support, and we want to bring to the floor for a vote, more than 30 million American workers will get a raise. What will they do with that money? They'll go shopping, of course. They live paycheck to paycheck. A little more money means shoes, clothes, food, the basics in life. And when they go shopping and create more economic activity, it creates even more jobs. Workers in America, full-time workers, hard-working Americans are falling behind through no fault of their own. Attacking or cutting programs that help these struggling families is just wrong. We have got to work together to help them. In the coming weeks, I hope my colleagues on both sides of the aisle will restore the bipartisan tradition of supporting working families. I urge my colleagues to support an increase in the minimum wage and to resist these efforts to make deep cuts in the food stamp or SNAP program.